So today I'm going to show you guys how to do a quick cleanup on some parking lot damage on this Scion FRS. Now this is a buddy of mine, Sergé's car, and while he was driving in the parking lot, a lady actually scuffed his car and left a whole lot of damage on this part of the car. Now this car is in really good condition. It's a very nice car. He keeps really good care of it. The paint always shines. It has a really nice wheel setup, and he takes a lot of care of this car. And to have this happen to his car really made him sad. So I told him to bring it in today and I would try and repair it. Now, after assessing the damage, I'm going to tell you about some of the things I find while assessing this type of damage. First of all, I took my finger and I dragged it on a lot of the damage right here because the whole damage is on this side of the lower quarter panel. And the car actually hit it at such a good force that I feel a dent right here with my finger. And even on the inside of this lip, you can actually see that the paint is actually damaged and is starting to peel off. So there's already some damage right there. Now, anytime this would happen, I'd recommend for a repaint to occur, but to properly repaint this part of the car, you'd actually have to repaint this whole panel, which ties into the roof, and then you have to blend it into the door. So that's a very hard part to paint, and it's a very extensive job that needs to be done. So I told Sergé to bring in the car, and we're gonna try and spot repair the area or spot polish it. Now this is how you repair damage, and my goal today is not to repair this whole damage and make it 100% perfect, but make it maybe 80 to 90% better. Because if I can improve the look of this without having to get a repaint, that's in my opinion a benefit, because he's not gonna have to repaint it, and the lady hit the car and ran off. So let's try and paint it, or let's try and polish it out. So what I noticed is, so the damage from about here to here is a lot of scuffs and a lot of scratches moving sideways. Now there's some deeper scratches right here, which go down into the paint, and I can actually feel it with my finger. So they're not gonna be able to be removed. And this is also a really hard area to color sand because there's a hard edge right here and then a super hard lip. So all of that area needs to be polished. And if I were to color sand it, I could actually burn paint on that edge and can hurt the car. So let's start polishing. So I have 3 polishes right here. I have V34, I have V36, and I have V38. Now on this paint, normally when I polish it, I'd probably choose V36. I'm gonna go up to V34 to try and get enough cutting power to actually cut down the paint. Now let me grab some water really quick. I'm going to use that to condition my pad, and then we're gonna start polishing. Give me 1 second, guys. So I got some water that I'm gonna use to condition my pad, and I got a few microfiber towels, and I'm gonna use V34. Now this damage is really heavy, so as a professional, I'm gonna use a rotary polisher, a Flex PE14-2, and this is gonna be my rotary of choice for today. This one has been used a good amount. As you can see, it has a lot of wear and tear on it because I've used this machine extensively for a long time. And I'm gonna use a 3-inch pad because I'm gonna spot polish in that area. I don't need to use a huge 5.5-inch pad. I don't really need to use a 6.5-inch pad. That'd be unnecessary for this job. So let's start polishing. I'm gonna use V34 to start out, see how this cuts. And then I'm probably gonna refine it with a white pad to make sure it looks a little bit better. So I'm gonna do just a little bit of polish. When you polish any type of vehicle, you don't need to use too much polish. You only need to use just a small amount, even just to get started. So I'm gonna spray 2 sprays over there. I don't wanna spray the camera, guys. And I'm gonna position myself where I can polish a little bit easier. I'm gonna try and put my legs under the car. There we go. And when I polish cars, sometimes I put my legs underneath just because it lets me get a little bit closer to the car, a little bit more comfortable. This car is lowered a lot. It's like lowered 2 inches all around. So I have to be sitting on the floor. I could put this on a lift, but for me, it's a little bit easier to sit on the floor at this moment. So let's spread it out. I'm gonna try doing a quick pass on this area to see just what happens. I'm gonna polish it at about maybe about 2,000 RPMs, between 1,800 and 2,000 RPMs. So let's try it out. Okay, I wanted to stop for a second to talk about what we're doing. I'm noticing that I'm taking a lot of the scratches out. There's still some deeper ones, but I'm minimizing it a huge amount, which is good. And there's a spot up here where it looks like the car first impact and then it moved along. And I'm trying to minimize it, but the problem is that I don't want to put too much pressure on the actual edge, even though technically this vehicle has this lip right here, and even though it probably needs to be repainted, I still don't want to burn the edge. I still don't want to harm it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more polish, just one little dot and a quick spray, and I'm gonna keep moving on the area and keep working this polish. It hasn't turned clear yet, so that means I can still work it a little bit more before it ends. And remember, this is all about minimizing and reducing the amount of scratches, because I know a lot of these can't be corrected. So if I can minimize this, that, in my opinion, that's a win right there. So I'm gonna polish a little bit more really quickly. Okay, so I polished for a little while. The surface is kind of warm. I'm gonna buff off my polish and kind of assess the damage so far and see what we've done. So in my opinion, we've actually made a big improvement on the paint itself, okay? This Toyota paint's really, really soft, and I want to make sure that I polish it without harming it. But just by looking at the scratches, I've reduced the scratches probably about 80–85%. The thing about scratches is that you have to think of the scratch like this as the top of the paint, and then the scratch actually creates a V. I can't remove all of the scratch because these things are way too deep. So the scratch is super down here right at the tip. You can almost think about it like that on the tip. What I need to do is just take off enough of the paint so the scratch kind of looks more wide, more flat, and isn't as visible. So right now I've actually pulled off a lot of the damage. I mean, a good amount. Hopefully the camera guys can get in close and see some of the damage, but it's a big difference. And the V34 on a Rotary on this very soft Toyota paint actually made marring and holograms from the aggressive cut, and it's very, very warm, warm to the touch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a DA and a white pad, and I'm gonna use V36 to finish out the paint. And I'm using a DA because it's gonna be more gentle, a little more soft on the paint. So I'm gonna put a 3-inch pad on a torque machine, and then I'm going to go ahead and polish the paint a little bit more. So let me go grab a torque machine, and we'll make this Toyota or this Scion really look like it's supposed to look, and maybe look a lot better. So we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I went over to the wall and picked up a torque machine. This is a Torque 10FX, and I swapped on a 3-inch backing plate. Now this backing plate's the same size as I was using on the Rotary, so it's gonna allow me to use a super small pad. Now the reason I'm using a DA is because Toyota paint is extremely soft, and the Rotary machine builds a lot of heat, cuts really hard. So it left all these holograms right here, which are induced from the heavy cutting power of the V34. So we're gonna refine it using V38. So I'm gonna go to V38 on a white pad to clean it up. So I'm gonna take my DA and my white pad, there we go, my dual action, and I'm gonna use V38 to clean it up. Now V38 is designed to remove holograms, so it's gonna clean up the holograms practically instantly. Now holograms look bad, you might be able to see it on the camera, but in all honesty, holograms are some of the easiest defects to remove because they're caused by the machine, and once a machine makes holograms, you can easily polish them out, no problem, especially with a DA. So I'm gonna take my torque machine and I'm gonna work this on speed setting 6 to maybe clean it up and get the results we wanna get. So spread on number 1. There we go. Now you notice I'm only polishing this small area right here because we're doing a spot repair. We don't need to polish the whole car for this. So I'm gonna go up to speed setting 6 now. And let's polish it away. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a microfiber towel again, and I'm gonna buff off my V38, and let's inspect the surface. And bam, there we go. That's really what I wanted to see. And boom, we fixed it all. And this is one thing that I gotta say really did make a difference, because we removed all the holograms. It looks completely smooth. And this was like a 90% increase on the damage, which is, in my opinion, that's a good win for the day for me, because I knew that this all wasn't gonna be able to be fixed. There's some small, deeper scratches, especially right here in the main impact point, that are going towards the car, that are too deep and my hand can pull apart. Now, I could probably sand those down and make them even less visible, but I don't want to harm the paint any more than it really is. I don't want to remove any more paint, because that would limit the paint's life and reduce this area dramatically. So in my opinion, to get 85, 90% defect removal on an accident that people said was not repairable, he took this to a body shop and they said we had to repaint it right off the bat. They couldn't fix it. But I was able to fix it out, make a big difference, and now it looks a lot better. Unless you're really up close to it with a light facing right on the damage and like this close like I am, you're not going to be able to see the difference. Once you're standing up, this car is so low that nobody will really notice it unless they're true OCD right up on it. So hopefully this gives you a good show on how to do spot repairs. So if you have a small damaged area or you have some defects in a small spot, you don't need to polish the whole car. You can actually do what's called a spot repair. And you can do that with a Rotary, like I have right here, a Flex, or you can do it with the Torque 10FX, which is a dual action, or you could use both like I did with the cutting power of the Flex and the smooth finishing power of the Torque machine. So hopefully that, guys, gives you some examples of how to fix spot repairs. If you want to check out any more of the products that we use, like the V-line of polishes or the Torque machine or the Flex PE14-2, go to our website, check it out, chemicalguys.com, where we have everything you need to do any type of detailing job, from interiors to exteriors to in-depth paint restoration just like this. If you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. We like making these videos just for you guys. And click the subscribe button. That'll give us and give you the best info to all of our new videos right when they come out. But hopefully we'll see you next time right here in the Detail Garage. See you later, guys.